Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this. This is one of my mom's specialties. This is a roasted stuffed duck with rice on a bed of homemade sauerkraut. Alright, tell us the ingredients. We're going to use a whole duck, onion, salt, homemade sauerkraut, black pepper, rice, paprika, and dried peppermint. The first thing that we need to do is remove the internal organs from inside the duck and boil them. If you don't need internal organs, you can skip this step. But if you do, when they're boiled, you have to cut them into small pieces. The next thing that we have to do is cut half of the onion. Next, we're going to heat up some oil in a frying pan and first sweat the onions, and then we're going to add the internal organs from the duck. Now it's time to season with a little bit of salt, black pepper, and the dried peppermint. After about 5 minutes of cooking, we need to add the rice. After another 5 minutes, we need to add a few cups of hot boiling water. After that, we are going to cook the rice until the water almost evaporates. Now it's time to stuff the duck with the rice. After the duck is stuffed, it's good to seal the opening. As you can see here, my mom is using toothpicks, but you'll see later in the video how this opening will open, and because the rice will expand a lot. The next step is to start working on the sauerkraut, and the first thing that we need to do is dice the remaining half of the onion and sweat it in a pan with some oil for about 5 minutes. While we're working on the sauerkraut, we can turn the oven on to 250 degrees Celsius, which is about 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Here, as you can see, my mom is adding the sauerkraut to the pan with the onion, and now she's seasoning it with some black pepper, some paprika, and that's it. We're not gonna add any salt because the sauerkraut is already salty. Now what we need to do is place the sauerkraut around the duck. Here we need to add a few cups of water on the sauerkraut. Lastly, we're going to melt a little bit of butter, and that butter is going to go on the duck.
Сега ще полеем с разтопено масло патицата.
Next, we have to cover the duck with some aluminum foil, but here my mom is going to place some toothpicks to prevent the foil from touching the duck, because if it does, it might stick to the duck and then it would be difficult to remove. Alright, so we're putting the duck in the oven at 1025. And we're gonna bake it for approximately 2.5 hours, and after 2.5 hours we'll see how it looks. All right, it's been almost 2.5 hours and we're gonna check the duck. My mom here remarked on how much the rice expanded and the duck opened up. And the rice seemed to be perfectly cooked. Just gonna put a little salt on the duck because we didn't do that before we put it inside the oven. And we're just gonna baste it a little bit with this fat here. Sorry, all right, so this is what the duck looks like after 25 minutes. As you can see, it's starting to form this beautiful golden brown crispy skin. So we're gonna give it a little more time and we'll see what it looks like. All right, almost ready. So after about 45 minutes, the duck looks like this, and I think it's ready to come out of the oven. As you can see, it looks perfect, golden brown crispy. I made myself a plate here with the rice and the sauerkraut and some of the duck breast, and I can't wait to try it. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.